none of those narratives ever affected me in real life.
Yeah.
Munchie B's on your nuts, dog.
It's all rumors. I'm about to hop on Monday.
Oh, you know,
Oh,
you
shit.
know Munchie B?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We're going to put this out ASAP.
So is it true that they told you to, and you like said now you don't want to go?
Nah, what's it called? I posted the text. What's it called? He told me that we're gonna do Tuesday, and then he texted me 2 days before it, and I just said let me know. I never said yes. I just said let me know if we is gonna do it, you know.
Yeah.
And then he texted me, hey, what's up? You still down to do Tuesday? I said I don't think I could do Tuesday. I got a music video. I was like, can you do Wednesday? And then it was like, oh, Munchie B can't do. I don't think Munchie B could do Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then they never hit me up after that.
Oh.
So for him to make it seem like, oh, I canceled on the day of when it happened, how?
Yeah.
If it was never assessed what day, they just told me 2 days before, hey, you still down to do Tuesday? I said, after I told them, let me know. I didn't know it was for sure.
Yeah.
Let me know. It's not yes. It's just let me know. And then they text me again, letting me know if I'm still down. I said, well, I got a music video. Can you do Wednesday? And they said, Munchie B can't do Wednesday. That's what I'm saying. For him to go over there, I'm like, man, that's when I lost some of my respect for him, because it's like, all right, it's different. You could talk shit about me on the podcast, however, but when you go there lying on the podcast.
But he got you in there though. It's a chess move, painting that narrative that you like
I'm
ran
with
to
you.
pull up, and now you're gonna pull up.
You know, like, it's not really something like I really need for my career. Oh yeah, me, Munchie B, my podcast. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, that shit. You know, I got.
It's gonna do numbers.
That
though.
shit, nah, man.
So
I got
be a debate
a blind homie. I could do a podcast with him, and that shit we really go viral. If you want to go viral, you know, shout out to homie Sleepy from Southern Home, dog. Like, you straight up. I got a blind homie. You know, like we could do a podcast if I really want to go viral, dog. Like, you know, like. This fool, I seen him, he said, oh, we're going to politic on the camera. And what? Fuck, we game makers, homie. You don't politic on the fucking camera, dog. Like, that shit's out there, you know? Like, I feel like, he's just doing it because he's like Adam's little A&R or whatever the fuck he is, you know? He'll get little interviews. Same way Lush, he tries to get little interviews, a little content. He's just trying to get content for Adam, you know? Because that's his job.
Yeah.
That's all, you know? That's the only thing I'm going to speak on that.
You feel some type of way that he does have a disability and, like, he's trying to come at you that way? Because you said in one of your, like in a clip, you said, like, nah, this fool's a blind fool. He gonna pull out the blind card. Like, it's
it's just I see him sending, telling, oh yeah, like instigating all this shit, like, and then he's like, oh, it's no longer a content. What's it called when you set that whatever, you know, whatever he feels like, and I already talked about it, you know, and then so he's just dragging it on. Like I'm saying, he's like a better baby mama. Like, you know, like there's some shit like when you argue with your girl and she's still tripping. No, you still said that though, and she feels some type of way. Like what the fuck else you want? So this fool said, oh, it's no longer Compton politics. All right, if it's no longer Compton politics, then why you're telling a fool from Compton in the interview, oh, he's from your city, so I feel like you should get down with him and all this shit. Since y'all from Boston, that's y'all need to settle that. All this shit. So that's when I learned, man, there's no arguing with this fool. First, he's blind. Then he contradicts himself. And then he's a liar. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going to, argue with this fool. He just has weird tendencies. That's all. He's just like a little, like, I don't know. He's just weird, bro. And think about it.
He's trying to get the content.
Bro, he grown, fool. Like, like, what the fuck you think he gonna be worried about me for? Like, if I'm such a little boy that he's trying to, oh, you a little boy. If I'm such a little boy, why you worried about a little boy?
Yeah. He's on you. He's like obsessed with you right now.
And I'm not gonna lie, him say, like, he said politics on camera, that's kind of nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, dog. Like, that's why I'm, like, I don't even fuck with that shit, dog. Cause like, it's just my mama's, dog. Straight up, all I see is my mama's, like, I don't play that, I don't play that little bullshit. All that mama bullshit, I don't do that shit. That's go madre.
The Hudas are liking that shit. Like, hell yeah, politics on camera.
Yeah, that's how I'm like, fuck all that shit, homie.
Yeah.
Damn.
What did he want you to do? Like, apologize on camera? What is he?
Like,
no, he just wants to talk about certain shit. He said, let's politic. He wants to understand more. If you really want to understand more of the situation that you feel some type of way, why you don't ever get at me personally?
Yeah.
He never once got at me personally. He wants to do it for a camera. That's when I realized you don't really feel some type of way. You're just doing it because it's on social media. And you see it's controversial, and you see that Adam's on it. So you're like, oh yeah, I could, I could help you, Adam. Like, man, like, that's what I'm saying. That's just, comadre shit. I'm not playing my malas, dog. He said, well, you say you don't do internet shit when you're kind of an influencer. Oh yes, you see me on social media, but I never have once said, hey, I'm an influencer. I'm an artist, homie. You know, I do music. I'm not fucking here to influence nobody. If I'm here to do shit like this, is to talk about music. As you see, with time, you want to learn something about how I was doing my album. You want to learn something about my, whatever the other people don't know about me. This is just for my audience to get more in contact with me to the person they listening to, dog.
Yeah.
So all this little influencer shit, I don't know where he got it from. Maybe one day I could be influencing people in a better way, but not that way, dog.
Yeah.
I think maybe people get the misconception of the influencer shit because you do a lot of like promos too, like for brands and shit. And that's one thing you went viral for on TikTok, cause like.
Well, it's the same way. We just doing the hood way, but it's the same way. People who's really doing it. You see 50 Cent, he does little commercials, all this shit. He promotes, a little shit. You see Jay-Z, it's the same thing, but it's just my little hood shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there one day, get little contracts for this shit, but till then I'm doing my little promo.
One thing about your promos, fool, is what I like, nigga, you're always in a good mood.
Yeah.
And they be in the comment section, dance was always jolly and all this other shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck you want me to be? You want me to be angry face? Like you
bang down, what's up,
and then they're gonna be like, oh, he's trying to act too hard, dog. I'm just me, homie.
Nah, I feel like you go about it the right way and shit. You don't want to be like too extra out and shit.
Like you don't remember when I was reading this one shit on watching this old MTV interview when we were talking about how every gangster rap was really popping. The game wanted to look more gangster on camera. So when he first popped up on the the one shit Hater 11, people were tripping on the video while he's doing this shit with his eye.
Yeah.
He
got a butterfly.
And then he was doing that because he was trying to appear more, like gangster, like just for the image, I'm not knocking him down for that, but you see how people are questioning why he's doing that with his eye, trying to look gangster, and why he's smiling. People are always gonna have an opinion at the end of the day.
Yep.
I'm just happy now. I'm like people are seeing me and then getting to add opinions on me now. Like back then people didn't even notice if I did a freestyle. Now people are gonna be like, why he moved that way with his leg? Why he did this shit? Cause it's all over social media. So people are gonna,
Yeah. Facts.
So I'm happy that I'm happy about shit like that. Everyone's rightful to their own opinion. What I don't like is when you trying to get other people to believe your own opinion, and then when they're like, oh yeah, this is why you should believe my opinion, dog. No, you're rightful to your own opinion, but when you feel obligated to your opinion, that's when you're fucking up.
Yeah. But even your response to that video, the way you broke it down, dog, you kept it real and you gave him a sincere response. Like, dog, what the fuck do you want?
Like, bro, like straight up, like, man, I was game banging before this.
And you kept the real.
I was game banging. I have some faults, as every game banger does, but now I'm trying to cover all those faults
it's
with my music.
It's Compton. Like, where that situation.
I'm not justifying nothing, but I'm just saying, like, everybody has some faults, and us game bangers, we done fucked up in the past, so. Like I apologize to my demographic who does listen to my music, but I have some faults, but I'm not justifying, but I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I did fuck up. I'm gonna always hold myself accountable.
That's fucking dope.
That's why I'm like, like I'm never gonna, dodge.
And that's enough.
Nothing.
That's really enough. On some real shit, like all that trying to go over there and
like what more do they want you to say if you're already taken accountable?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Like, right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Doing them a favor for real.
Like, how Guerrero is. I got aunties that black. I got. I'm not saying I'm black, but I got aunties. Like, come on, like they may. You see me right there when I didn't like when they were trying to say I feel like he's only apologizing because of music. Nah, dog. How would I be right there with other black game bangers if it hasn't been talked about? It's just people are trying to use it now that they see me. Oh, he's a person on social media. Yeah. But this been talked about way behind. It's just now people on social media are trying to talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's been established. But and you already know. Shout out Black and Brown. You already know we doing it, dog.
Doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you got down over that?
Huh?
Have you got down with someone over that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But the thing is I don't like is when people try to make it seem like, oh, he's apologizing because of music. Nah, I apologize because nobody wants to be. No one wants to be labeled a racist. A racist is an ugly thing to be considered, dog.
Facts.
I don't been dealt with racist cops, racist other people. That's what I'm saying. I never want. It's just everybody got faults. And I'm gonna own up to that.
You slipped that day, and that's what it is.
And people grow up, fool. You were young.
But you ain't
fuck,
racist,
fool.
right? Hell
no.
I think it was all because they said that to you, right?
Yeah, and then as I'm ignorant at the time, so
Can you break it down? Can you break it down? What happened, Copa?
Huh?
What happened that day?
Shit just went live with a fool, and then arguing with him.
Oh,
'cause
you
we,
went live?
No, yeah, we had beat him up that day. We beat him up at Food for Less, and then he went live. He went live saying, "Y'all ain't do shit to me, all this shit," and then he just started saying that shit, and then it just got me mad. And
boom.
that's what I'm saying. But I could be right there. Like with a bunch of black people and not feel no type of way. I have black people pull up to my shows like, hey, you did your shit, man. That's what I'm saying. Like when I see other influencers trying to create that narrative, why none of them ever got me personally? They said, oh, we feel some type of way, but make a video. All right, come at me personally if you feel some type of way. Don't make a video and send a message us to social media, dog. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So people around you, they understood your point of view, right?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. But it's nothing to justify though.
No, it's not.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't everything I'm justifying it. I'm just clearing it
Yeah,
because
clear it
nobody
up.
wants to be labeled as a racist. That's the ugliest thing you could be, dog.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.